to be confident. You want to embody baddie energy. You want to light up and turn heads in every room you walk into. Girl, I got you. You're talking to an expert. You're talking to the expert of confidence and being obsessed with yourself. That is me. Hello, my name is Sam. Let's go. I just want to start this video by saying that no matter who you are, where you are in the world, what you look like right now, what you act like, what you talk like, I don't care about any factors. You deserve to feel as confident as your highest version of yourself right now. You deserve to feel and operate at a level that makes you feel so good about yourself that nobody can tell you otherwise, okay? Right now, you deserve to feel that. And I don't care what the circumstances are. I do not care. That is not what I asked. You deserve to feel that right now. And by the time we get to this video, you will be able to start implementing habits that are going to make you feel this way and operate at a higher frequency when it comes to your self-confidence. Okay? If you want to tap into this version of yourself, then there are some things that you are going to want to start implementing and some things that you are going to want to stop doing. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing 7 habits of highly confident women, okay? And you're going to start implementing them, starting with number 1. Confident women do not speak negatively about themselves. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? If you genuinely are feeling negatively about yourself, whether it's how you look, how you act, how you talk, that is embedded on a subconscious level. And it's based off of the way you've been talking about yourself for your whole life. So, in order to reprogram those subconscious beliefs about yourself, that starts with our words and our affirmations. Confident women speak positively about themselves in the mirror, saying things like, I am beautiful, I am stunning, I am confident, I am capable, I am sexy, I am abundant, I light up every room I walk into. They say these things frequently about themselves, and with repetition it just becomes fact. It just becomes a known fact about yourself that you're a sexy bad bitch. Okay, that's number 1. So you need to break up with the idea of speaking negatively about yourself, because even if you're having a bad hair day or your makeup didn't come out exactly how you wanted it to, okay, you are still beautiful and you still deserve to feel confident in yourself, okay? And whether you like it or not, this is just something that is not open for negotiation. You need to stop doing it. That is the number 1 thing that you need to do first. Like, first and foremost, gotta stop talking negatively about yourself. Your energy will be irresistible. Oh my God. If you just quit the negative self-talk, it's not worth it. It's not making you feel good. It's making you feel even worse about yourself. So why are you still doing it? Because I don't like how I don't care. I don't care. Even if it feels like you're lying to yourself, I don't care if it feels like you're lying to yourself, if it feels like you're gaslighting yourself. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Sometimes you could genuinely not like how you look, but I don't want you to say it out loud, is what I'm saying. I don't want you to put more energy into not liking yourself because it doesn't deserve more energy. What does deserve more energy is your self love. Period. The second habit of a highly confident woman is making getting ready a ritual. So, a lot of the time, when we're not being intentional about getting ready, what are we doing? We're throwing on an outfit, maybe throwing on some makeup, maybe we're rushing out the door because we have to be somewhere, but we are not intentionally carving out time to get ready and to put thought into the way that we present ourselves to the world. Let me just tell you that this act makes such a difference in your energy when you go anywhere. You can go to the grocery store, you can go to the mall, you can go to a family outing. It doesn't matter. Wherever you go, this makes an energetic difference. This does not mean that you have to go full glamour, Met Gala ball gown every time you leave the house. This does not mean you have to wear a full face of makeup every time you leave the house. It simply means being intentional about what we're wearing and what we are appearing as. You can do that wearing sweats. You can do that bumming it for the day, but be intentional about what you are putting on your body. That's how you're presenting yourself to the world. Be very intentional about what you're wearing. Only wear things that make you feel good. Only wear articles of clothing that you genuinely love. And that could be a hoodie, that could be sweatpants, but that could also be more elevated clothes. That could also be accessorizing with jewelry and makeup. by putting time into this, it's a really fun way to not only like express yourself, but play with your femininity a little bit. And just like, it's just fun, and it should be fun. Getting ready should be fun. I like to put on some music, maybe light a candle. And if I'm really feeling super energetic, I'll even like dance around while I'm doing my makeup. But either way, make it an enjoyable process. It shouldn't be like you're ripping your hair out trying to pick out an outfit, and it also shouldn't be like you're just throwing something on because you couldn't care less about the way you look, because the way you present yourself is important. By putting time into it and by loving on yourself while you're doing it, and by just making getting ready a ritual and being intentional about it, it just changes your energy. And I'm not even kidding. Do this once and you will see the change in energy, in how you feel when you leave the house. The next habit of highly confident women, and this is important, so please listen carefully and stay with me here. Highly confident women trust their own judgment and decision making and seek very little validation, if any, from others. You know how you'll want to do something, and then you'll ask every single person in your life what they think about it. Should I do this? Do you think I should do this? I don't know what to do. Come on. That is not confident energy. Because do you know what that's doing? That is allowing everyone and their mother to penetrate your good energy with their bad energy. And even if they don't mean to have bad energy, by asking everybody if they think that you should go through with something or not, you are diluting your own discernment and your own ability to make decisions for yourself. You are allowing other people's energy to leak into your own. And even if those people wish you well, they might not always agree with your decision making. They might not agree with what you present to them, but that shouldn't stop you from doing it anyway. Because even if it's not the right decision, quote unquote, I say that because there are no right or wrong decisions. If you make a decision that isn't benefiting you in the end, you have the ability to make another decision, and it's only serving you and helping you learn and helping you grow. And that is your journey, and that is your story. That's nobody else's story. So you need to honor your decision making and your judgment for your own life, because nobody knows what's best for you better than yourself. Be wise and be mindful about who you're asking for advice or their input on certain things and certain aspects of your life. If something pops into your head that you want to do, go do it. Don't even ask a soul. Don't even tell a soul. You want to go through with that thing for a reason. So trust that. Trust that intuitive feeling, and trust your own decision making. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're an adult. This is your life. This is your story. You do what you want. Period. Do what you want. Don't ask anybody for nothing. Do what you want to do, because this is your life and you don't want nobody to take that away from you, period. The fourth habit of a highly confident woman is the ability to speak up for yourself when you need something, when you need an accommodation, when you need anything. You should be able to speak up for yourself. If you're in somebody's home and you're dying of thirst and you're not asking them for water, come on, just ask them for water. They have water, they'll give you water. An example I like to use for myself is that I'm vegan, so when I go out to eat, I let the server know, "Hi, I'm vegan. I just wanted to let you know, and I was wondering if you had any recommendations." Boom, there you go. You need to be able to be your own voice. It's just a matter of getting comfortable asking for something when you need it. And don't follow it up with things like, "I'm sorry if this is annoying. Sorry if I'm like being a pain in the butt." Come on, you're not. You're not being annoying. You're just being a human being with needs. It's okay. You're allowed to have needs. It's very important to be able to be in this energy of receiving, because that's essentially what it is. And that is something that comes with a lot of confidence, and being able to step into your feminine energy is receiving. Don't sleep on this one, especially my people pleasers and my sensitive girlies, because I have so been there where it's like I very desperately needed an accommodation and I just wasn't asking for it because I was shy. I didn't want to like upset anyone. Never see yourself as an inconvenience for needing things and for taking up space. This point leads me into the fifth habit of highly confident women, which is the ability to take up space. I'm talking physical space. I'm talking about like sitting down and like stretching out your body and like getting comfortable. You know that like when I sit down on planes or when I sit down on someone's couch, like it's like in the past I would try to really like take up as little space as possible, but it's like you're there. Be loud and proud, girl. Like take it up. Take up as much as you need because you're a human being and like that ability to not make yourself small, like literally, like physically making yourself small, like trying to shrink yourself and like hide in the smallest corner of the room or just like try to take up as little space as possible is in an insecure energy. Get comfortable with the idea of taking up space in a room. And this goes for your voice too. This goes for your opinions and your input on conversation. You don't have to be the person that only speaks when spoken to. You can start a conversation. You can say something that, you know, might strike a little controversy if that's what you believe. The ability to exercise that freedom of speech, that free will, and that taking up physical space sends out an energy and lets people know she's here. She's here and she's proud of who she is and she's showing up as her authentic self. And that is Betty Queen confident energy. The sixth habit of highly confident women is the ability to say the word no and say it often. This is another one for the people pleasers. That was me at one point. I hated saying no. It made me feel like a bad person. It made me feel like I just wanted to make everybody around me happy, even if it was at the expense of my own happiness or my own comfort and well being. It is not only okay to say no, but it is encouraged to say no. When you say no to certain things, you are saying yes to other things that are more important to you. The ability to actually say the word no to somebody out loud is something that is bold and requires confidence. It's so important to be able to say that word, not even just for your own safety, but for your own well being and your own happiness. No is a complete sentence, baby. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Nobody can force you to do anything. You are a full grown woman. You are a full grown adult. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. And you are a force to be reckoned with. Don't ever forget that you have autonomy and you have the ability to say yes and no in every situation in your life. You always have a choice and you always have the right to use that word. And if anybody makes you feel otherwise, they are not the type of person that should be sticking around in your life at all. Keep a very large distance and a very big gap between you and the people who make you feel like saying no is a problem. Period. The last habit that I have is to smile. Girl, smile. Oh my God. Smile, 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 smile. Smile at your loved ones. Smile at strangers. Smile at your neighbor. Smile at the mailman. Your smile is infectious and it is contagious. In the world that we're living in, we need to share more joy. We just need to be more joyful with one another, in my opinion. Even if no words are said, I personally can't help but smile at every single person I walk past, sometimes to the point where I feel like I'm being creepy when they don't smile back. I'm like, like why are they not smiling at me? Such a simple way of just spreading light throughout the world. It does take a level of confidence to be able to do this because people like walk with their heads buried down and they don't want to make eye contact with anybody. But a truly confident woman and a truly confident person has the ability to share their smile with the world. And don't be embarrassed by it. It's beautiful and it's amazing. And this is very important. This goes for the habit of smiling and all the other habits before that we went over. Having the ability to exercise these habits in your life inspires other people to do the same, which is inspiring confidence in other people. If you are leading by example and if you are setting the standard for the way that you should be treating yourself as an individual, you will become an inspiration to others. Others will want to be like you because there is a chance that these people have not been surrounded by confident people. There is a chance that these people have been being put down for their whole life and they don't feel comfortable being on that level of confidence and of self love. So if you lead by example, you are literally changing people's lives. And that is very important. And that is something that should never be discredited. You should always remember that your self love is contagious. Your self love will make others raise the bar for themselves and ask themselves, why haven't I been doing that? What needs to change within me in order to get to that point? Your acts of self love and your acts of confidence go a very, very long way. So always remember that. Remember that when you're in a social setting. Remember that when you're in front of little kids so they can see what it means to defend yourself and to smile at strangers and to ask for things when you need them and to look at yourself in the mirror and not immediately start insulting yourself and immediately start complimenting yourself instead. That's what people need to learn. That is truly what needs to be learned because we grew up on insecurity and self-hatred, and it's just like it's a disease that is spread throughout the youths of our parents' generation, our parents' parents' generation, and we just really need to normalize confidence and loving yourself and being infatuated with yourself, in love with yourself. I genuinely can say with full confidence that I love who I am as a person, and I'm so grateful for that. It's been a long journey, but I know who I am and I know what I stand for. I know I treat people well. And if you feel the same about yourself, then there is no reason why you should be walking around this earth acting like anything less than the beautiful, amazing, outstanding person that you are. Period. Before we conclude this video, I just want to give you guys a little homework assignment. Once you are done watching this video, I would like you to write down 5 to 10 affirmations that you are going to start saying in the mirror every day. Leave them in the comments so that others can see them. Others can use the same or similar affirmation. And I want you to genuinely show up every single day, at least this week, every single day this week, and say those affirmations in the mirror. I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm funny. My body is sexy, my body is snatched, my hair is luscious, my eyes are stunning. Those are just a few, but literally it can be anything that resonates with you. That's your homework. That's my challenge to you. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how much better you feel about yourself literally by the time the week is out, because I know that there is going to be an energetic shift in your self love, in the way you see yourself, and your confidence. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't already, and if you like my vibe, if you like me, if you want to see more content like this, please feel free to subscribe. It would support me. It would make me feel so amazing and supported to get that support from you. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!